Are you there, Colin?
I'm here.
Yep.
Thanks, Colin, alcoholic. Grateful to be here. Thanks, Sammy. I appreciate those kind words. Thanks, Caroline, for your service too. Yeah, I'm going to do 15 minutes. I like to hear what a lot of people say. I know this is a big meeting. I'm going to start a timer. And how I like to do, I've only done going to do this right here. I'm going to kind of read a little bit because I hear a lot in meetings people share, and I'm going to share a lot of stuff, but not too much because I want to hear people and I want to make sure that I give enough information from how I want to do my lead. God, please help me set aside everything I know about myself, the 12 steps, the big book, the meetings, my disease, and you, God, so I may have an open mind and a new experience with all these things. Please let me see the truth. Thanks for having me, alcoholic. I'm going to kind of talk about the steps through my experiences. I came in here, relapse is a part. I started here. This was one of my first meetings. This would be my evening home meeting, my daily home meetings, 12:15, a daily reflection. There's a lot of fire breathers on there, and they have a lot of knowledge and truth. So I appreciate that. I'm one that listens a lot and gets a lot of information out of things rather than talking. So I have no really problem with a lot of things that I hear. And when I question it, it's kind of my ego. And I know that I'm not able to let go of my ego completely. That is an impossible task. So coming to these meetings and being around people, if you're new, you give me inspiration and help me keep going. I don't want to go back to being that way. We all know it. We all know what that way is. We all help each other. This program, from what it was taught to me, it's not about me. It's about us. So if you think the program's about you, you're going to be in for a big surprise because it's about us. We need each other to get through this. It's not one or the other. Step one, my life was unmanageable physically and emotionally. I was all over the board. Suffice it to say, I was empty. My life was empty. It was interesting because when it was taught to me, physically I knew, emotionally I knew. A sponsor helps you clarify that. The sponsor is your check. Sponsor helps that ego stay in line. Because again, I can't do it on my own. I need you guys in this room, all of you. 2 and 3, it says we come to believe. You don't have to believe right now. And I'll be real frank. God, no God, yes, no. I don't give a fuck. This works, and it's the unity of the program that works. Believe what you need to believe. Just come to believe it. Come to the meetings. Do some work. Turn your screen on if that's all you can do. Be part of it. You can be vulnerable in these rooms. Whatever you do outside these rooms is okay, but you have to be vulnerable in these rooms if you want to stay sober. If you stay in these rooms, you'll get sober. If you participate and listen, you'll get sober. That's what happens. 2 and 3, I did on my couch. 4 and 5, those are the initial keys to get in the gate. They're scary. I get it. I know. My sexual inventory, to be clear with all you guys, was fucking abominable. And I think what I was afraid of, again, the ego was, I'll let this out. And if you have a sponsor that is really worth a damn, they've already heard it. So you're not going to embarrass anybody. This is not like a surprise to them. Whatever you think you've done, if you have a good sponsor, they've done it 10 times over, or they've sponsored people that have done it 10 times over. So there's a relief in 4 and 5. 6 and 7, you're asking. You're not telling, no one's telling you. Again, you're asking. You know you have character defects. We all know we have character defects. You have to ask something. And if you think for right now that the group is your higher power, welcome. You're here. We got your back. Okay. 8 and 9, the keys are 4 and 5. 8 and 9 is where you start to feel relief. You start putting this stuff out there. It's, again, yes, there's some fear in it. I don't know what in life is not fearful. I'm fearful and anxious most days. 8 and 9 get you to a place where some of that can be taken away. And they're taken away because, again, you're working with a sponsor. The sponsor is good. They'll have a network. So again, you're not on your own, and you're with people that know people. And then you start to get to know these people. So relief comes. 10, I did a 10 this morning. It's basically doing 4 over. You write the resentment, and you're really focusing, in my opinion, on, okay, what is my role in this? And I know most of my roles, it's me admitting to myself, what is this? What does this affect? Security, ambition, ego. Those were usually some of my main characteristic flaws. 11 is something that I really do. I didn't really have a problem with God. I wasn't in touch with my God. Knew that that entity was there. I didn't really reach out to it as much as I needed to. Convenience, yes, but more rote. Like remembering a phone number, just sort of showing up, doing it, and somehow giving money got me back in the graces of God. So I didn't really get into that, but I really believe that 10 was important. I did one today. It's a resentment. 11 is your prayer meditation. And then 12 is what I'm doing. I don't want to be here speaking. I don't want to be here in the meeting. But now that I'm here, I'm staying. So if you're new, stay. People say, come back. No, just stay. There is a text tree of people here. I met some of my great friends. The lady that's the tech host, she, when I was a greeter, you were the first person that gave me support. I don't think you know that. It's okay to be vulnerable in here. It's okay to cry. I've cried plenty of times. And I think there's a relief. Now, if you're still of the ilk that you're going to do it on your own, lots of luck to you. If you leave and you come back, doors open. Back door, side window, however you want to get into this, okay? We're here. But one thing I think needs to be clear to people that are new is no one's chasing you down. This is your life. I have an 8.5-year-old, I tell him all the time. I said, little brother, this is your life. You can't misbehave in class. And if you do, there's consequences. We will be there, okay? If you're not there for yourself, we'll be there. If you don't love yourself, we'll teach you how. This is a wonderful group. There's 97 people on here. Some of the most brilliant, artistic, creative, kind people are on this meeting in this group and are addicts. We are all above average intelligence. This is our problem. We have a disease of overthinking and it becomes unmanageable. And I'm gonna finish with this because again, I like to get my point across and stop. I kind of go through the book, do your thing, but have someone walk you through the book. You're not going to get it if you don't walk the steps. And if you're irritated by that, I don't know, maybe you need to be irritated. I don't know. I don't know. I wish someone would have said this. This isn't working with others on page 89. This is what you get. This is the advertisement because this is a manual. If you follow the manual, you'll be all right. You follow your manual, lots of luck. Life will take on a new meaning, no doubt. To watch people recover, to see them help others, to watch loneliness vanish, to see fellowship grow up and about you, to have a host of friends. Totally true, that part. This is an experience you must not miss, truly. We know you will want not to miss it. Frequent contact with newcomers and with each other is the bright spot of our lives. So when Sammy and I hook up and she says, hey, I need you to do service, you step up and you do service because I need her, she needs me, right? We need each other. That's all I got.